Let me set it up. I'll set it up with this video. Here's Hillary Clinton discussing the basket of deplorables.
Grossly generalistic. You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it. But that other basket of people are people who feel the government has let them down, the economy has let them down, nobody cares about them.
Okay. All right. So I don't know what's up with my system tonight. The system was supposed to switch, but anyway. So there she goes. This was last Thursday, I believe. Or Thursday or Friday, whatever. She called half of Donald Trump supporters people who belong in the basket of deplorables: racist, homophobic, xenophobic, every kind of ism that they exist, they are guilty of: sexism, racism, fascism, every ism. So, you know, at face value, I would concur. I don't think that's something a presidential candidate should say, though. One, because you're in the business of winning votes, not alienating votes. Okay, but there's no question. There are enough people in Donald Trump's camp that genuinely believe that black people should be separated from white people, you know, to make that assertion that there's a large swath of Donald Trump's. I don't know the percentage, and she admitted that she was being grossly generalizing grossly. So I don't know what percentage it is, but I know it's a large percentage. It is a very strong. If you go to his protests, and you might as well call them protests. If you go to his rallies, you'll hear the type of vitriol that's coming from a large segment of Donald Trump's campaign. However, this is not something a presidential candidate should say. Number two, it's something that people who complain about the language and the rhetoric of someone else should not say. Right. If we're going to talk about the way Donald Trump talks about America and the way he talks about certain groups of America, you know, and I'm loath to use this phrase, right, but it's the easiest way to describe it. If you focus on people being politically correct, then you cannot turn around and then be politically incorrect and then get protection and coverage and justification from people who all they do all day long is complain about how politically incorrect Donald Trump is. The media, left-leaning media, propaganda outlets, basically, right? All they do all day long is complain about how disgusting Donald Trump's language is. And granted, while this may be true about Donald Trump's half of Donald Trump supporters, it's still politically incorrect. And for people who thrive on trying to make people understand that Donald Trump's political incorrectness is not something that we should embrace, we too should not embrace this moment of political incorrectness by Hillary Clinton. See, it's that pesky holding ourselves to the same standard that we hold someone else to that really steals the joy out of every moment. It does. It's not fun. It takes, you know, you would love to just jump on board with this and say, yeah, you know, David Duke, you're deplorable. You know, Ann Coulter, you're deplorable. You just, you know, because it's fun. It is. That's why the right does it. It's fun. It's enjoyable to just thrash your political appointment with as many ad hominems as you possibly can. But again, if you've made your living and every single day you talk about how disgusting the language is from Donald Trump, you cannot then turn around and say that this was something okay for Hillary Clinton to say. It is okay for her to say that they are sexist, they're racist, they're misogynistic, they're homophobic, and then show evidence to that fact. Perfectly okay, because it's 100% true. But to say that we should lump them and throw them all into a basket of deplorables is not something that you really want to say about, I mean, third of all, fourth of all, fifth of all, who the hell even talks like that? Who talks about a basket? People want to compare this to Mitt Romney's 47% comment. This is more akin to Mitt Romney's binders full of women comment. Because who the hell talks like that? Who sits around and say, I have people in a basket of deplorables? Who thinks like that? Not the average American. I'm sorry. It's weird. It's a weird statement in many different ways. But the bigger point is that we, again, another example of holding ourselves to a different standard than we hold other people.